I'm AlphaDestiny, and today I'm bringing you a part 2 interview with Meckanimal. For those who don't know, I've been following for years, and he's a guy that I highly recommend you all subscribe to. Real deal, natural muscle, being an overall badass athlete.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
There's a lot of points you mentioned there. So one of them is that training is always going to change. So what used to work for you in the past may not be the same now, even if you're running the same program and strategies, right? So the exercise selection matters a lot. Like I know in my case with the bench press, I got really good success with the dead bench. So you're doing a press off pins non-stop, and even like longer pause reps, and that worked for a long time until it just stopped completely. No matter how many times I included that variation, it wasn't working anymore. And for me, I had to switch to the chain stuff to actually get the carryover I wanted. So same program, max effort, volume work, but just the movement affected.
It was not. Yeah.
So I think in your case, maybe you need different variations of the deadlift, or it could be that, like, I don't know how often you were doing it there, but a lot of powerlifters run the conjugate system. They alternate. So they do week 1 squat, week 2 deadlift, and they go back and forth like that. There's less overuse from the pulling because, like you said, it's harder on recovery, and you know that feeling. You go in to rip it, and it's not moving, right? And then another thing is that because you do a lot of weighted calisthenics, is it possible that your grip, your overall forearms, biceps, back, could that be limiting you for your pull? Because I saw a video the other day. I think his name is Misha.
Misha Schultz.
Yes,
Misha Schultz. Yeah. I do follow him. Yeah.
He was talking about how the deadlift helps the front lever because you're pulling this way, right? And that it actually will give you carryover, but you have to factor in the recovery effects. So it may not be worth it if you're doing too many pulls, right? And I'm sure the opposite would occur as well. If you're doing too much weighted calisthenics, that's going to affect your deadlift. But the squat, it's different, right? And it's already going to be easier to recover from.
The blend of everything, yeah. I mean, at least it's a good experiment because I have everything documented, and even my logs that I post, like it's pretty much 100% to 95% of my training. So I don't hide anything.
A lot of data to work with.
God forbid anything happened to me. That's what I've been doing in my life, and it's there. So I put it can be boring for people who don't really they don't vibe with it, but I think it's a lot of data for people who want to retro engineer and maybe use that for their own use, because all the data is out there. I'm like a perfect guinea pig for this one.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.